Jess, obviously a very, very nice bounce back win for in the back of the net. Just what were the principles that you learned from the West Virginia game that you really feel that you applied tonight?
Yeah, I mean, at West Virginia, obviously, that is a very difficult opponent. I thought one thing that we kind of lacked, which was my own fault, was some of the possession-based stuff. So we went back to it a little bit tonight, and especially spreading the ball wide was one of the success factors.
When you have a week off, there's always a chance that you kind of feel things out back on the pitch, feel yourselves. But from go, you were on that attack that you liked, and it resulted in the first goal. Just how happy were you with that start?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a high-pressure system, so they're pretty good at making sure that they're pretty relentless with it. So I was happy that they immediately went back to it and found that first early goal off of a press.
After that goal, obviously, Cleveland State utilized some of that speed and opportunity. What kind of learning moments without watching the film can you kind of take from those pockets to just be a better side?
Yeah, I mean, it's first and second balls, it's loose ball scenarios, it's just taking care of the ball a little bit more. And I think we lacked a little bit of the real technical qualities that were needed to keep the ball in some of those moments. But I mean, we got it back by the end. It just took us a little bit. That Cleveland State team is a very, very good team, and their pressure is going to make things very difficult for lots of teams. So we just experienced that, especially in the first half.
How nice was it to have kind of halftime when you did, just to regroup them, just re-energize them, and just get them back on that track?
Yeah, halftime's always utilized for that, and we're pretty intentional with the way that we approach some of the information that we need to give to the team, and they receive it very well. So it's really on them on how they receive that.
And obviously the goal and then the way you attacked after that second goal, very much more what you were looking for. Just how pleased were you, and how did that kind of show with the own goal and the goal that followed for the fourth?
I am so pleased with Caitlin for her goal. I have been working very hard with that one on going forward and keeping her momentum going forward. And so we took a little moment at halftime to remind her what she's capable of, and she showed that quality. And that goal is a very, very proud moment for her. And I'm really excited that she was able to put that in the back of the net.
And Paige was someone that was really, even when pockets weren't going your way, was using her speed, really being opportunistic, extending run of play. Just how happy were you to see her put her first in the back?
Yeah, it's incredible. That kid works so hard, and she is all over the place, and she does everything to the best of her ability. So it's fun to see her, being a real spark of energy off the bench, which I've talked about with her, and she's excited. She's very excited for that.
How much does it help just with that aggression that you've possessed all year, that they're seeing those results pay off in the moment versus just maybe in film?
Yeah, they're coming to the realization that they can be very good in front of goal and in those attacking moments. So it's obviously a confidence booster.
When you attack, obviously a lot of the focus is on the offense, but the defense was a focus as well tonight. When you have that bend don't break that they possessed for the most part tonight, just how pleased are you with that side?
Yeah, they're reading the play well. They're stepping into the play. They're denying counterattacks, and they're a very, very solid crew. Obviously, with three in the back, we expose ourselves a little bit, and that's a known factor. But they've done a very, very solid job with just the integrity of the position.
Emerson getting her first start. That's the first freshman start, I think, this season too. So that's really big. Just what have you liked out of her that gave her that starting nod tonight?
She's really good 1v1. She has great recovery speed. Technically and in possession, she can do some nice things, but she's just a pretty composed and solid overall defender.
How important is composure in general when you're attack?
It has to be. I mean, it's all one big cycle of information that has to be applied over and over again. So having composure to recycle plays so that we can attack is obviously very important.